Another Brick fan would look at one of the helmets from the Star Wars theme. This is Boba Fett. This is set 75277, was released in March 2020, has 625 pieces, no minifigures, and cost about $60 when it was released. This is one of 3 helmets that were designed for the Star Wars series. There is also one from the Marvel theme, which is Iron Man. I reviewed that a while back. I'll leave a link up here on the screen. These helmets all turn out really well, in my opinion. As you can see, they're mostly built up with plates, lots of layers of plates to give it the texturing. Boba Fett, of course, has his targeting apparatus here on the side of his helmet, and this does fold down and goes in front of his eye there, so you can see that he can target using this. If you look from the front, it's probably just a little bit high. Here it doesn't really line up exactly where his eye might be, but still, I think it looks pretty good. I like the way the front is textured here with the slope here and then the black area here for the eyes and then the sculpting here in the front. This is all done with panels that clip into place. The sign down here, the plaque, which you can see down here, is printed, so that's nice. This is the only helmet from the Star Wars helmet collection that does not have any stickers. The other 2 do. They all have this same base here that connects, but as we move around, you see there's this really cool detailing where they did the alternating yellow and sand green coloring here on the top edge of his helmet, and then another nice sculpting of the side of the helmet here. As you can see, there's a little bit of color variation in this dark green. So the ones on top there, ones up here are a little lighter color than this down here. So there's a little bit of color variation in the pieces. I like how they layered this back with the grill and then some tiles and then plates on top of that and then more sloping here. Of course, the top of the helmet is rounded using a whole bunch of plates. We already looked at this side with his aiming piece here. All turned out really well. Now this is built on a Technic frame with a lot of stud on the side pieces in order to create it. So all of these pop right off. You can see that kind of that construction I was just talking about with all these stud on the side pieces to get, and then you build these panels up, which is also very reminiscent of the Yoda and Child brick-built statues that were also released in 2020. Of the 3 helmets, this is probably my second favorite. I kind of waffle back and forth between this one and the TIE Fighter Pilot because the TIE Fighter Pilot just has so much great detail and looks really good as a display piece. All of these look great together and they look really good sitting side by side, and I hope that they continue building these. There's an awful lot of potential for more Star Wars helmets from the Star Wars universe. I would like to see something like Captain Phasma, Kylo Ren, of course. There was a Target exclusive of Darth Vader available only to red card holders. It's a little bit smaller scale. I also did a review of that, so I'll set a link up there. But it'd be kind of nice to get a Darth Vader helmet in this size, as that one was a bit smaller. Lots of options, certainly within the Star Wars universe, for these helmets. Onto the value. This is a $60 set. As I said, this one has 625 pieces, so that fits right at that 10-cent per piece ratio, which is a good starting point for value. There are a lot of small pieces in this, obviously, And this is definitely geared as an 18 plus or display model, so really no playability here. But I think as a display model, the cost is maybe a bit high. This might be better as a $49.99 or $50 set, but I don't think $60 is too expensive for these, especially because they are targeted at the adult audience, who would usually spend a little bit more to get this kind of a set. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this helmet. I'm going to get started on my next video. Until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I left a link to my Star Wars review playlist up here on the screen.